Welcome everyone to a brand new podcast here at Horror Metal Sounds. This is Monsters, Metal, and Rockers. This is more of a special edition this week. Our regular co-host will be Jason Deville of Allfather Metal. Unfortunately, Jason can't be here. And my cohort, Jim from Thrashcast, has agreed to come on and talk a little metal, little movies, and thank you for all the good things that are going on with the website. And the fact that we're here to discuss our 10K subscribers, which we reached our first milestone this week. So it's a great time. But before we start, let me just usher in my partner here, Jim. How's it going, bud?
Oh, it's going great. Yeah, 10,000 subs. That's wicked. Like, holy cow. And I mean, we enjoy doing it. Thrashcast is on there. It's
right.
wicked. We've got, you can't beat metal and horror movies. I mean, you can't.
Nope.
That's just life.
No, you cannot.
But thanks to everybody who watches, subscribes, and I've got a lot of friends who's signed on and, checking out Thrashcast, checking out Horror Metal Sounds, checking out all the shorts. You guys do. It's awesome. There's a lot of original art in there, and I think that's pretty cool. And, hey, this is great. This is great. To the next, 10,000. So we get up to 20,000. So.
Yeah. You take it. The big milestone would be like 50,000.
Yeah.
You gotta get there in increments, right?
That's right.
And you were the one that basically said, a long time back on Thrashcast, we're gonna make 1,000. You remember when you said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we did.
Oh yeah,
so quickly. The 1,000 came quick.
It was fast, and it was. There was a couple of really good shorts in there that pushed us over the top.
Yes.
So
yes, the Rock and Rule one's like I think 5 million views or something. Like that's crazy. And it's like a Canadian made animated movie from the 80s that most people don't remember, but
exactly
for some reason it resonates because I think the last time I checked it was 5 million. Yeah, 5 million views.
Wow.
It might be more, it might be 7. I don't know. It's been a while.
Yeah.
That's we've basically like gained so many subs from that. It's wild. I never thought in a million years, and I've seen that movie years back, but my partner Rich, who helps with the design and edits all the videos, he's the one who came up with the idea, and it was like, great idea, dude. I mean, people love that.
Yeah, and Rich, I mean, hats off to Rich with everything he's done with this and Thrashcast. I mean, the guy, he's a big part of our group, and I think that's awesome. Right. Yeah.
The engine doesn't run without him. That's all
that's right.
That's all I gotta say. But like him and I have been partners for many, many years. So we've been doing this since like mid-90s.
Yeah.
Like I met him in art school, so we've been friends for like a long, long time. We actually even roomed together too after art school for a while. It was a lot of fun. Those are great days. Good old 90s. I miss those days. But onwards and upwards, right?
That's right. Yeah.
That's how it goes. And now, and a good thing and a good shout out to Billy. Of course, he's our Thrashcast amigo who's not here with us on this one, but you'll be seeing Billy next week. If we do get around to recording to what is it?
Ride the Lightning.
Ride the Lightning, yes. Yeah. My copy right there.
There you go.
That'll be the next episode of Thrashcast. You'll be hosting, Jim, so it should be a lot of fun.
Yep.
Looking forward to it. There's so many good talking points.
Yeah.
With that album, like unbelievable things that we can talk about.
Oh,
and then the segment at the end comparing Metallica to Megadeth should be a lot of fun.
Oh, I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be maybe lopsided, but there might be some surprises in there. Who knows? We're going to take the first 4, the first 5?
I think the first 4, yeah.
First 4 albums versus the first 4 Metallica albums, and go album per album.
Yeah, I mean, Metallica's going to win it because, let's be honest, the first Megadeth album stinks.
Yeah.
It's not that good when you compare it to Kill 'Em All.
Yeah.
So,
but we'll see. There might be some surprises in there.
Yeah. I mean, we all have like different diverse opinions. Sometimes Billy's opinions are like, oh, okay, Billy. But that's cool. I mean, I have mine, you have yours, and he has his. But that's what makes the show work, right?
Wicked.
And we'll give a little bit of shout out to our other friends, like from Kim and Jason from Allfather Metal.
Yep.
Who both, Jim and I are part of, and we do reviews and stuff like that for the site. 2 good people. Kim's a really good person. Jason's a great guy. So we've had Jason on, as some of you may have already know, past Thrashcast episodes. And it's been lots of fun with Jason.
Oh yeah,
He's super knowledgeable. And we got to do Cold Lake, which was fantastic. Remember that?
yeah.
That was a fun time. I had a good time with that.
And I've become a fan now. So
I know you.
After being pummeled with Cold Lake songs in the head on that episode, I'm like, okay, this is actually not as bad as I had it built up from
Except
when
Cherry Orchard.
Well, the thing, yeah, I'm not a fan of Cherry Orchards, but I gotta admit, I built it up more in my head than actually when I listened to it originally and threw the cassette out my window. And I wish I had the cassette because, well, you can't barely get it now. But there's some great songs on it. I just never gave it a chance. And then actually getting in and dissecting it, it was good. So
yeah, it's a great album. I've always liked that album. I bought it on cassette when it came out, and I've had it ever since. I still own that cassette too.
Yeah,
I'm sure if I played it now, it would just rip to shreds because those tapes don't last for long. But it was a good talk. I'm glad we we finally had a chance to do that one. It would have been interesting if Billy was there to see what his opinion would have been. I'd still be curious, but I guess for the three of us, we were able to make it work. Although I'm thinking now we should start leaning to more new bands because I think I'm noticing the views. People are being, I guess they're much more like invested in the newer stuff.
True. Yep.
Like Coroner and Testament, if you look at the views right now, they're neck and neck, 141 to 140. And like, this is awesome. And they keep climbing.
Those are probably up for many people's albums of the year. We got Megadeth coming in January, Anthrax coming soon. Yeah. We got a lot of the big four really happening. So this will be cool.
Our year-end lists are going to be quite interesting.
Yeah.
So now we have two. We have one for Allfather, as Kim has mentioned, the top 15, and we'll do the top 10 or top 15 here.
So. Oh yeah. We can. What's great about it is maybe we'll go top 20. Who knows? Or we could go whatever you want to do, and then we can make it. Yeah. So that way we get Billy's in there. And you know what? I can't wait because there's so many people's different views, especially like in Allfather and stuff too. There's some people who are specialized in black metal, some people, death metal. It's so diverse.
There's about a good 10 people on staff, so it should be a good list.
Yeah.
Should be a good list. Like they have, Allfather has a really good list of people like writing for the site. So.
Oh yeah.
You can't go wrong with that.
No.
I'd be curious to hear what Tom's list what he's gonna have on his list.
Well, it's funny because I think my number one, I'm not giving it I've got still my number one's up for grabs, and I've talked about it between two albums. But I think one of my number one albums is going to be his one of number one albums because we have the same sort of traditional kind of feel for some of it. So I'm kind of looking forward to it too. But man, it's a lot of thrash metal this year. Much more. I think last year was more death metal. This year it's more thrash metal. Yes.
Yeah. This year's I would agree that the thrash metal this year is pretty high.
Yeah. I mean, you think of Sacrifice, Coroner. Oh man, Testament. Those albums alone. So many of my friends are saying Sacrifice. So many saying Coroner. So many Testament. So I mean, even in a lot of people who like maybe not necessarily big thrash fans, I think Testament and that Coroner album is, Sacrifice, all three of those albums. Plus you've got Warfield, you've got, Leper Colony's kind of a death thrash, Leper Colony. What else you got out there? There's, Warbringer,
Warbringer, that was a really good album.
Yeah. And a lot. So I wrote 25 picks down. Wow. And actually this is one of my, but I don't know if it's going to make it. But this one
I love
here,
this album.
Yeah, I didn't even open it. You got me to buy it. You got me to buy it. I bought it a week ago, and it's Ancient Death, Ego, Disillusion, Wicked album. I've been spinning it digitally, and then finally got it. And you picked it up when you went for the Testament album?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Wow,
it's funny. I didn't know much about it when I saw it. It caught my attention. I'm like, okay, this looks interesting. So when I was in the store, I was just Googling it just to take a read. And I was like, oh, Profound Lore. I like that label. I'm like, I'll pick it up. So it was kind of a blind buy to some degree for me, but it was worth it.
Would you think it's got more of a touch of avant-garde to it as well? I think it does.
The funny thing is when you read the reviews, like I went on to Encyclopedia Metallum, and they say avant-garde, but I was like, well, It has touches of it, but it's
Yeah.
not like Blood Incantation.
No.
So it has it, but I think it has much more of an old school '90s, early '90s death metal feel to
Yeah.
it. I think personally.
I think it's an avant-garde death metal. There's no
Yeah.
prog in it at all. No
No,
prog.
there's no prog. No.
No.
It's nothing like Blood Incantation.
No,
That's
or it's nothing like Celtic Frost's
Tumult, Pandemonium.
Pandemonium. Yeah, Into the Pandemonium. So
The
like, it's not
Pandemonium.
at all like that.
I'm into it. I just don't know if I say it's entirely avant-garde. I think there's elements to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, as a solid death metal album, it's there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it would make my top 15 or 20.
Yeah, 20 maybe, but 15 would be a stretch.
Yeah.
I just haven't sat with me long enough, but because I mean, this is the top 15 or top 20 albums of the whole year. So definitely be worth an honorable mention, you know.
I'm glad I grabbed it. And when you saw it, you're like, oh man, you got this album. You're so excited about it.
Well, it came up on my feed for Apple Music, and I was like, these guys are cool, but I never, I was like, I didn't even look for their album. And then when you had it, I was like, I've seen that. What? I've listened to that. That's wicked. And then I was like, oh, I'm buying it now. Yeah.
You gotta buy it. I gotta get it. Yeah, it's worth it. It's I paid $20 for it. It's actually not bad.
Yeah, definitely.
So Jim, so this is a good segue. What else are you listening to? Did you pick anything else up? I know every week you got a new.
Oh yeah. I'll have lots for next week too. But I picked up this as I continue my Death collection.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. So this is the live non-analog tapes. So if you're a Death fan, you buy these. But if you're looking for a Death album with great production, the production on this is live production this one's from 1991. So this is live in Belgium, December 23rd, 91. And I believe it's from the Human Tour. So what's great about it is it's right off the soundboard. Like there's no cleaning it up. So a lot of people online are like, oh, these are really, but for a true Death fan, this is, Chuck. They brought these out in 2020. There's about 10 of them, I think. Yeah. There's a live in Montreal one, which I got, a live in Tijuana. There's there's one in New York, Rochelle, New York, and then there's quite a few of them. I think there's a South American one. Anyways, they just and they all have different parts of the tour, so they go back as far as I think 87. I could be wrong, 88. Anyways, it's from. I don't think they have anything from the first tour. I could be wrong, but they do have it from Leprosy on. So it's really, really good stuff. I mean, it's, you get 10 versions of Pull the Plug. I don't even think Pull the Plug is on this.
No?
No, it's not, which is kind of weird. Living Monstrosity. Oh, there's so many good songs on here. And so they brought them out, and I think it's just kind of keep Chuck's kind of memory going. And I mean, they're just very basic. There's no liner notes or anything. It's just kind of really almost feels like a bootleg, but it's not. And it looks really
like
cool.
A bootleg kind of.
Yeah, it does, and it's super cool. So I think it's really good, and I like them. I'd suggest anybody to get them. So, and then what else did I pick up? Well, I picked up. I went to the used record store, so I got Exodus, Blood In, Blood Out.
I had that.
So, this is the Zetro, Return of Zetro. Now he's gone again, but this is a good album, and I got it was $5. I was like, okay, I gotta get it.
Is it $5? Really?
Oh yeah. And it's brand spanking new. Like, I don't even
can't even give that away. It's like, it seems.
Oh, I know. And then I got a couple of other ones. So I really like the new Haunted one, and it's
great.
I don't think it's going to make my top 15, but it is in my it's in my top ones I bought this year. So I decided to pick up a couple of Haunted ones. I love the cover of this.
Yeah, that's a great album.
This is freaky. And then this one's kind of cool. This is a special edition, Revolver.
Yeah, Revolver.
And it's a little bit different. It comes with a couple extra tracks, but I didn't even when I got the Haunted's new one, I didn't know much about them. So been kind of going back through their back catalog. And these are from 2004 and 2003.
I prefer Peter, actually.
Yeah.
Marco is okay as a vocalist, but I love Peter. I think he's a better vocalist.
Yeah, no, for sure. And it's some good stuff on here. And believe it or not, these are like $7 and $3. I'm like,
Yeah,
eh,
that's awesome.
and I don't know who, somebody must have cashed in their collection, but boy, did they ever look after them. So not to always talk
Nice.
about how much things cost, but when you get a good deal, it's kind of cool. And then I
Yeah.
picked up the Borknagar, this one
Oh yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I saw
Oh
you.
man, Quintessence. And what I love about, actually, Jason and Kim got me into Borknagar with their last album was, I think it might have been my number 2 or my number
Yeah,
3.
it was high on your list last year.
Yeah. So, and that was just, man, I fell in love with this band. They are like really, it's black metal, but it's more kind of folk black metal now, more
Yeah.
really focusing more on the nature end of it. And the sound is amazing. The vocals are great. And even this one here, this one's from 2000 actually. And this one's a kick-ass record. And I got quite a few of their back catalog. I don't have a lot of their really old stuff, so I want to get into that. And the last thing I picked, well, no, I picked up this one, kind of not a metal one, but I picked up
Okay.
David Gilmour's The Luck
Yeah,
and
David. Yeah,
Strange
yeah. That's
concerts.
a good. Yeah.
Kind of cool. A lot of Pink Floyd songs on here, obviously, plus
Okay.
most of the new album, which I really liked. So I
Yeah.
picked that up. It's kind of cool. Double album, some good stuff on it. And then I got this one, and I was really cool that you knew, like Fueled by Fire.
Oh, I love these guys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
California
California dudes. These guys are awesome.
Trapped in
Modern thrash
Perdition.
record,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh man, I picked it up. So there's a guy you put me on. I can't remember. He's does death metal and thrash metal, yeah, heavy metal, and he'll do
Yes.
like 3 albums that have under 1,000 listeners
Yeah,
on
he's a young
Spotify.
guy. Yeah, yeah. That's a good guy. That's a good channel.
And so
I
I
forget the
got
name
that
of it,
from
but
him. I think this was under 500 listeners a month. And I was
yeah.
like, holy, I don't understand why it would be that low. It's such a good album.
Oh, these guys are great. They're a great
Yeah.
band. And they came out the same time as like Warbringer and all
Yep.
the new modern thrash bands in the early 2000s. They're great. They have like 4 albums out. I
Yeah.
don't think they haven't put an album in a very, very long time.
No, I think this was the last album, 2013, but I know
Yeah.
they have, I think, some EPs and maybe
Yes.
they have some singles. I know that.
And they're still active. So it's
Yes,
not
they
like
are.
they're disbanded or anything. But oh,
No.
these guys are great. I love these guys. Fueled by
Yeah.
Fire. Oof. Yeah. Well, as soon
So
as
I'll
I
bring
heard
that one
them,
out on Thrashcast as well. But yeah, that's a great album and I really like it. But oh
yeah.
man, yeah, so many picks. It's going to be hard to narrow it down to 15. And I've promised so many to be in my top 15 to all the artists that I was like, I don't know, this is going to make it. This is going to make it. Now I'm like, oh shit.
That's why you gotta sort of,
Keep your mouth shut.
mum, yeah, man, be mum about it. Because otherwise you come back and you're eating your words. Like I said, this is gonna be on my list, and it's not on my list.
But just to give a quick plug out there, music
Yeah,
wise,
go for it.
my buddies Alcatraz put out their new album. I don't have the copies coming. It's Prior Convictions.
Yeah,
Man, I'm a huge Joe Stump fan. Get one of
yeah.
the best shred guitarists out there. You know, Jimmy Waldo, Gary Shea. You got so many, and Giles Lavery, great singer. Probably fronts. I don't know, God, how many bands? And like, we're
Now
talking.
these
He did the
many,
new
many
Jack
bands.
Star. He did
Yeah,
Dragon's Claw. He's
yeah.
got Alcatraz. He's doing,
Alcatraz.
he's doing so many. Warlord, and the
Yeah,
last
Warlord.
Warlord
Yeah,
album I think was in my top 3 last year.
yeah. You had it rated high.
Yeah, so I mean, as a vocalist, he is one of my, just like Ray Alder. I think them two are my most favorite contemporary, like maybe metal vocalists right now. I love those two guys. But
Yeah.
Giles is amazing, and man, anybody checks out that album. So what it is, there's 2 new tracks on it, track 1 and track 2. Transylvania Requiem. You got to check that out. It's kind of a guitar
Okay.
medley of like, it sounds kind of horrorish. It's pretty
Okay.
cool. Like it could be an opening. Joe Stump's showcases in that, and then
Okay.
the second singles, the second song is a brand new song, and then they do a lot of almost the whole first album, and oh my god, like they've re-recorded a lot of the classic songs. So like Islands, so many great songs like General Hospital and Jet to Jet. Star Car Lane, which is one of my favorites. And so what they've done is they've added a metal, like a little bit of metal. It's a hard rock album originally. I always considered the metal with Graham Bonnet, but Giles's voice, the production on the album is great, and they made it more metal. So the songs have more of a bite and more of an edge to them.
Giles isn't he on the Metal Voice sometimes?
Oh yeah, he's on there as a part of the group. He's pretty cool. I mean, he's so knowledgeable on metal.
Right, that's what I thought. I know you listen to Metal Voice. I don't often listen. I sometimes listen to Jimmy's interviews and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't listen I'm like a regular listener, but I thought I saw Giles was on the show.
Oh yeah, he'll do it. The second song, which is the other original song, is Stand Up and Wait Your Turn. It is wicked. But I gotta be honest, Star Car Lane, Giles' voice on it, like just when you don't think he can get higher, man, he gets higher. I'd love to hear him sing Judas Priest songs. He is such a talented vocalist. And I mean, the whole band is cool. And I love the fact they redid it. And they redid it because they want to break into, I think there's a lot of people out there that want to relive the old songs, but have them set to like 2025. And a lot of people want it to be more metal. And there's no secret that Graham Bonnet didn't want to do metal. I mean, he didn't want to do metal. He wasn't a fan of it really. So, you got Giles in there who's jumped on it and he's just taking it. And I think it's friggin' phenomenal. And it's a great album. And anybody, like I love the original, but this just, in my mind, blows it away. It's good stuff, and I really like it, so check it out. But, I mean, yeah, he's in so many bands. He did the new Jack Starr album, so, it's pretty cool.
I haven't heard that yet, the new Jack Starr. I know you liked it.
Yeah.
And I know next week when we cover Metallica, you'll have a whole set of new albums.
Oh, yeah, I got some stuff coming in, some brutal death metal on the way. So
okay, cool. Ever since I've gotten to know you, like I know Jimmy's got every week he's got 3 to 4 new albums coming.
Yeah. I still don't have the new Sacrifice CD because it's like hard to buy online, but I'm gonna get it. But I just got Apocalypse Inside's being delivered.
Oh, cool.
But
okay.
I picked that. I don't have that one, so I never got that one. So I got it. Been listening to it online, but never ever got it. I don't remember having it on cassette. I know I've got like Torment and Fire and a whole bunch of like a lot of the early ones on Soldiers of Misfortune. I think I've got on cassette. So
where did you get it?
I got it on Amazon.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's like I think it's like one of those reissues that comes with looks like it comes with a collector card.
Is it Marquee Records reissue?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, because when they did the ones I condemn on Marquee Records, they also reissued all their older albums. So that probably would have been that.
I think it is, yeah, because they were saying I don't see it on there, but it's the label's Brutal Planet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm not too sure about that then.
Comes with a collector card. So that's cool.
I think that's kind of cool. I like the collector card idea.
I'll have that for next week's show.
Go for it, dude. Go for it. So because I think Metal Blade was the original label they put it out on. I had the Metal Blade album when it came out. But
I think was the Torment and Fire, was that on Fringe Records?
Fringe, yes, yeah. Diabolic Fringe, yeah. That label that's no longer here, but
yeah.
That if you can find anything on Diabolic Fringe, keep it because it's.
Oh, I got a copy of Torment and Fire, and I'm gonna send it to you because you're gonna get it because I want it for your collection. Because
thank you.
I got it upstairs, and I pulled it aside with a few others. I'm like, oh yeah, let's send this out.
I got a care package to send out to you too of stuff that I wanted to give you. I mail it like our Thrashcast stickers. I still got to send those out.
Yeah. I'm gonna put those in every bathroom at every show.
I got stuff to give you there. I wanted to pass along to you some of my movies that Rich and I made back in the like 2008, 2009.
Cool.
We made a lot of short horror films, so I wanted to send you a bunch of those. I sent a bunch to Kim and Jason a while back, so I thought, oh yeah, I'll send some to you because I know you like horror.
Cool. Oh yeah, no, big time watching. Since we had Tad on Thrashcast, man, and I'm following him now. So I'm always looking for ideas to watch on Tubi because the horror selection on
Yep.
Tubi is just massive.
I love Tubi. You can watch practically anything on Tubi.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's just like holy cow! And every night I go to bed, I'll watch maybe an hour of a movie or half an hour, and then
Right.
I'll watch it like again. But it's so cool. Like some of the funny stuff that's on there, some of the old stuff that's on there is pretty impressive, and stuff I never even heard of before. So
Ted's a really cool guy. I mean, that's why I wanted to have him on because we were talking about
yeah,
Toxic, an album we all like. But I mean, the fact his background is like in visual arts and stuff like that.
yeah.
But from time to time, he'd always comment on stuff that I post and talking about comic books and art and stuff. So it's kind of cool. I mean, we'll definitely have him on the next Thrashcast when we do the other Toxic album. But this is a good segue to go into our little bit of a horror talk because I know we've been on the Allfather Facebook chat. We're always talking. We all love horror movies, so like
Yeah.
me and Jason and Kim, so we're always talking about new shit, old shit that's coming out. I know you said you just watched all the Hellraiser movies, which makes me happy because Hellraiser is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's high on my list.
So what I want to watch now is I want to watch. I didn't see any of the Terrifier movies.
Oh yeah, okay. Good luck with
So
that.
what are they like?
Ultra violence.
Okay.
Now, if your wife's offended by that shit, don't watch it with your wife, or make sure your daughter is not around.
Oh yeah, my wife's a true crime specialist, so she's.
I love the
I'm
fact
scared
that
for
your
my
wife's
life.
true crime. That's awesome. But but they're ultra violent films. I've only seen the first two. I've yet to see the third one.
Yeah.
But they are over the top, nasty, and gory as hell.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. I mean, I guess the whole clown concept is kind of interesting if you're into that.
Yeah.
I don't know, like 24-year-old me would have ate this shit up, but like 54 or actually 55-year-old me, I'm like, yeah, they're all right. I don't mind them, but
Yeah.
they don't. I guess they don't tickle my fancy.
Yeah.
You know, like I can appreciate the visual effects. I mean, these movies were made with no budgets, and then they made back millions of dollars on both movies.
Yeah.
Oh, and now the third film came out, and apparently there is a fourth film in the works.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you check them out, they're on. You can actually watch 1 and 2. I think they're both on Tubi.
Yeah, they are. I'm gonna start watching one, but there was one too that I watched. What was it? Oh, yeah, I watched this classic, The Return of the Living Dead.
Oh, great movie.
Yeah. You know, that is so cool. And I remember when I rented it when it came out, me and my girlfriend, who's now my wife, we watched it and it was like, that was a pretty cool one. I watched it the other night. It was pretty neat.
It's a great movie. I love that. The
Yeah,
second film is not so great, but that first film.
No.
I love that first film.
Yeah.
Send more police. Send more paramedics.
Exactly. More paramedics. Yeah.
It's so great. Cool. I saw that. I wanted to see it in the theater, but I was like 16, and that's when they had the NC-17 rating.
Yeah.
So it was a year away from getting into it when it came out. So I was like, shit. I wanted to sneak into that, but I didn't. The movie that I did sneak into was actually Friday the 13th, Part 6.
Oh, okay.
Now, me and my buddy, I was 16. So me and my buddy paid for a ticket for Up the Creek. I don't know if you remember that comedy.
Yeah.
We paid for that and just walked into like Friday the 13th, Part 6, which is great because that's one of to me, it's my all-time favorite Friday the 13th film was Part 6.
Yeah.
I love that movie. You get revived through the lightning, and then it's great. I think it's a fan, and that's got all the Alice Cooper songs in it.
Exactly. I think that's
another reason why I love it.
Oh yeah, I do
so
too.
It's great. But that was the first movie I actually snuck into as a 16-year-old.
The first movie I snuck into was I snuck into me and my girlfriend, who was my wife now. We went to go see Jason Takes Manhattan.
Oh,
and we got ID'd, but I just said, get ID'd? Oh, come on. And the guy just let us in. It was hilarious. It wasn't that great of one, but it was, I mean, I like Part 6 much better. So
well, the thing about part 8, I like the fact when he gets to New York City.
Yeah,
I remember he's on the street and those punks with the ghetto blaster. So good. That was a great scene, but there was not enough of those kind of scenes because most of it was on the boat.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, why wasn't this on the street?
Yeah,
Like I
when he
would love
kicks
to
the
see him
ghetto
killing
blaster when
punks.
all the punkers are there and he just walks
Yeah,
by, that was hilarious.
that's what I'm
And he
saying. Like I
lifts
would
up
have
his
loved to see
mask.
more scenes like that where he's kicking the ass out of the New York City punks. That would be
Yeah.
great. But we didn't get that. And then the ending is so bizarre where he reverts back to a child, which is like, what?
Yeah,
How did that happen?
exactly.
But anyways, that's that series is such a conundrum.
I don't know. Is this a horror movie? I seen them. They keep coming up on my feed. The Wishmaster.
Yeah, those are great movies.
Okay, because there's a whole
Love those
bunch of them.
movies. You watch the first one is the best one. The other two are all right. But that first one, I love that movie. It's so great.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw that movie too in the theater. I had a great time with it. I think the sequels went right to video, but the first film was actually a theatrical release. Back
Okay.
when those kind of movies would never get a release now in the theaters, but back then in the 80s and 90s, they all got releases in the theater.
Yeah.
But check that one out. That's a great movie. And Andrew Davidoff is the genie. He's so great.
He is
Has
cool.
like
I've seen
Tony
clips
Todd
of
in
it.
it. Like there's all kinds of guest stars. I think they're on Tubi as well.
Yeah, they're on there. It's keeps coming up. Like if you like this, you like this, and I was like, because I also want to watch all the Puppet Master movies. I watched them before,
great.
but I want to. And same with the Ghoulies. I mean, I like the
Ghoulies is awesome.
Yeah. The first few they were great. So I like, man, I got to start getting it, but I want to watch them in order. So not that it really matters, but the Puppet Master ones are really cool.
Yeah, you want to. I get watching them in order. I feel the way like you want to start from scratch and then work your way to the end. Yeah, those are good. Those are good movies. Even the Leprechaun movies I really like. I have all those on DVD as well.
Yeah, those I got to check out too.
They're a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Warwick Davis is great in that role. It's like then they made the Puppet Masters where it's like Puppet Master versus Doll Master, where Tim Thomerson is like this little dude who's like a hard as nails like detective. Like those are kind of fun.
Yeah.
And then they did I think Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys. They're a lot of fun.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah, those Charles Band. I think all those movies are actually on Tubi. If you look them up, they're all on Tubi.
But there was a movie, so I watched not really a newer one, but I watched the Jeepers Creepers. I think it's the newer one where they go to the almost like the Comic Con type party in the woods.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I liked it.
Oh, you liked it? Okay.
Yeah, I loved it.
I did not. I love the first film is the best.
Yeah.
I saw that in the theater too.
I didn't even know it was it didn't really come off like a Jeepers Creepers movie. And I was trying to tell my wife that. I said, oh no, there's a newer one where it's this guy and this girl and they go off to like a horror con in the woods where they're having party and then they all start disappearing because it's pretty cool.
Yeah, the first film is awesome. That to me is that truck on the road and with the horn. It's like, that movie creeped the hell out of me when I saw it. I thought the concept was great. Like this gargoyle that comes out every 25, 30 years to heat and he's looking for male victims, not female victims.
Yeah, exactly.
So you get that big twist where he's after the Justin Long at the end of the movie and not the girl. I love that movie. It's so great.
And then what else have I been looking at? I know like the sorority house murders and like there's the one sleepaway camp ones. There's like 3 or 4 of them. Yeah, those are I like the I really like. I think the biggest horror thing for me is camping scares the crap out of me because you don't know what the hell's out there. So like the camping movies, and that's where I think the Friday the 13th movies really because it was all done at pretty much a summer camp, most of them. So the originals. So it's definitely cool.
I got one for you. Watch The Burning.
The Burning.
Yeah, it's on Tubi.
Okay.
It's the Cropsey Maniac. Remember those CDs I showed?
Yeah.
Well, that's based on the movie about The Burning, where the main character is called the Cropsey Maniac, where he's got these shears and he just chops off your heads. And shit.
I'm gonna watch
that. That's very much a Friday you'll know it's a Friday the 13th ripoff because it's in a camp. But watch that one. That movie's pretty fucking cool.
Wicked.
I think
I will.
It's on Tubi as well. Actually.
Yeah. But it's just like on these, I love the movies. I know it's campy, but I like the sorority house ones are funny because there's always, the one with the big breasts, and then everyone goes off like constantly one at a time. They get murdered. It's like guys, stick together.
Yeah, but you know why those
and stay drunk. I find the drunk people survive. If you're drunk, you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, I know it's always that way, but you know why they're made. I mean, come on, like guys are gonna rent that shit. When you saw it, when I saw it as a kid, I mean, I'm gonna rent it. Like you're gonna want to see it, right?
Yeah,
like Driller Killer and stuff like that. You're gonna want to see those movies, especially the second film where he's got the guitar and he's got the drill built into the guitar. That's so awesome. Right. And then you got the naked girls walking around. Like, who's not gonna want to watch that? Sadly, you don't get those kind of movies anymore, but.
No.
It seems nowadays that if a movie like that gets made, people would be like picketing. Oh, you can't make that. Blah, 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 blah. But you mentioned Sleepaway Camp. I don't even think that could be made today because technically, well, I mean, not that we're spoiling it, but it's basically a guy who's looking at a girl. It's like the transgender thing. I don't think that would play out today.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a great movie. I love that movie too. I'm glad you mentioned it.
Yeah. Those are just kind of some of the ones, and I've been kind of digging through. And there's some really like Chopping Mall. I watched some of that, and then there was
great movie.
Something Deadly Christmas, Silent Christmas.
You called Silent Night.
Yeah. That's it. That was a good one too.
Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah. And those were when I was younger. Obviously, a lot of these movies. That's all we would rent because we would go to the video store and bring back whatever, and they were just tons of them there. But now it's nice going back through and just watching them again because it's like, oh yeah, this is hilarious.
For anyone watching this, we're old fucks. We're old dudes. We remember going to the video store to rent a movie. Now it's all streaming and shit. But way back when.
But what's interesting? You could never have the killers like you did back then because you have phones now. You'd be able to call the police or call or take photos. Can't do that. Back in all of these movies, there's no cell phone, so it's perfect.
No, you're right. Yeah, no cell phones, no hello, Sydney. You want to play a game? None of that shit, man.
No.
Like that's so like totally old school when you think about it. But yeah, and and I told you about if you watched did you watch Pledge Night on Tubi?
No, I didn't. I watched you told me to watch Frankenstein.
Yes, that's a great movie. I love that. I mean, if you want to watch a current horror movie, that movie, I saw it in the theater and it blew me away.
Yeah.
Visually, that movie is stunning. It's a stunning movie.
I actually felt bad for him. Like he wasn't, I didn't think he was the monster. I thought Dr. the doctor was the monster.
Well, but technically in the movie, he's kind of the monster, and the monster isn't really the monster.
No.
You have a lot of sympathy for him, really, when you think about it.
Not to give anything away to anybody who's watching, but I mean, I found him very gentle, like other than like, with the deer and stuff like that. And then it was like, he was just very, I mean, it was just it was really messed up, but the cinematography for the movie was, holy cow, that was one hell of a movie. And even that movie, you don't have to be a horror fan. It's, I thought it was going to be very similar. I thought, okay, what's Frankenstein going to look like? I have a vision of he's Frankenberry, a green version of Frankenberry. But it's not. This was much more like, okay, yeah, this is how it could be. Like you're piecing together a human essentially and electrocuting him to get him going. Everybody knows the story. So, but thought it was pretty cool.
There was a limited theatrical run, so I'm glad I went to see it here in Toronto. But it was great. To me, I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. I was just like glued to it. And I was even crying at the end. I was actually in tears because it was like I felt so sad for this dude. Like,
oh yeah,
you went through all this shit. And then basically at the end of the movie, you tell your creator, we're sorry. And it's like, oh, what? And great practical effects. That the makeup is amazing.
Well, I got to be honest. When the movie started off in the Arctic and then ended in the Arctic, I was like, when it started off in the Arctic, I'm like, what the hell is this? At first, I'm like, I didn't even know this was like, okay, this isn't like in a castle. It's not like, from the old movies that, seen Frankenstein.
Version,
story told a million times. But I was like, why are are we in the Arctic on almost like a ship here? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, see, unfortunately, the original novel begins and ends in the Arctic, but
Okay.
when Universal made their version, that was all like technically cut out of the film.
Yeah, yeah.
They just stuck to the whole "I'm gonna make a man as a monster," blah blah blah, and dark forest, castle, that all kind of
Yeah.
stuff. They stuck to that.
All the tropes.
Right, all the tropes. You're right. And then Bride, when they made the sequel, Bride of Frankenstein, they did sort of touch upon stuff that was in the novel, what you didn't get in the first film, but you got in the second film. So,
Okay.
but I like this film because it's extremely faithful to the book, and I've read the book.
Yeah,
I don't know, 8, 9, 10 times. I've read it so much, so it's really faithful.
yeah.
It's a faithful adaptation. I mean, there are some character changes in it, but they're all done for the sake of what the story he wanted to tell.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's a fantastic film. It's just a shame that Netflix doesn't want to put these things in theaters for like long, because it should be a film that's in the theater for months and months and months.
Oh, absolutely. Well, when you're done watching it, you feel like you should have seen it in a theater. You know.
Well, that's why I went. I
Yeah.
was like, no, I got to go to the theater. I have to see it in the theater.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did. I was really really happy that I did see it in the theater. I even got a poster. They gave out like a poster of the movie, which was fantastic.
Oh, cool.
So I'm glad I've seen it. But that's all right. So getting into like some other things that I've been watching. So I pulled this out because I know a lot of our subscribers here on the YouTube channel. They always like the fact when I'll make a community post and I'll just post like an obscure 80s movie, and it's like, oh, I don't know this movie, but I'll go look for it. And I'm always getting like, is it on? Where can I find it? And I'm like, well, you can try Tubi or renting. Or like, it's sometimes it's hard to find some of these all old obscure movies.
Yeah.
I don't think this one is too obscure. This is Bad Moon.
Oh, yeah.
It's a werewolf movie made in the 80s. It's an Eric Red directed film. It stars Michael Perry, if you know Michael Perry at all.
Yep.
It's a pretty good movie. It's about this like a boy and his mom are in the woods, and then the long lost uncle shows up, and he's a werewolf, and they don't know that, and then his nephew figures it out. It's actually 15 times better than that shitty Universal Wolfman movie that came out last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that, but that movie
No, I didn't.
it was god awful. This movie is way, way better. So, like, if anyone's looking for a cool, like, throwback werewolf movie, check out Bad Moon. The visual effects are really good, and it's a werewolf suit, much like to what you get in Halloween. So it's kind of cool for that. But yeah, this is a
Cool.
movie. I don't know if it's on Tubi, but it used to be on Tubi.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie. And then the other one I pulled out for me was The Blob. This is the remake
Yeah.
by Chuck Russell. I love this movie too. This is Kevin Dillon playing playing the role of Steve McQueen. Great visual effects. This movie, I love how they re-envision the Blob in this. Such a great
Okay.
movie. It's worth a watch. This used to be on Tubi too. I don't know if it still is. You might find it on there.
And Bad Moon is on Tubi. I just saw it. I just
Did
checked.
check? Okay, yeah. So yeah. If anyone wants to watch either movie, go check these out. The
Yeah.
Blob is a lot of fun. I love this movie. It's a great update. I mean, the original movie is one of my favorites. I love it, but this movie here, wow. It's just you see the bodies inside, like submerged inside the gooey thing, and it's just so great. I totally love that.
That's
Great
wicked.
movie. That's a movie I think people should go check out.
I'm gonna
Maybe-
check out those. I'm gonna check those out because
Yeah, man, go for it.
I just checked on Tubi on the app there. I just saw Bad Moon on there. It's really cool. It shows a snarly wolf on the cover.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it's a great movie. I really like it as a werewolf movie. Way back, like I think it's like what 80.
Did you like Silver Bullet?
Yes,
Yeah,
Stephen
it's
King.
That's a great one, but
too.
it's kind of a cool movie.
Yeah, it's a great movie because it's there was a graphic novel on it, a comic book graphic novel that they did. It's one of Stephen King's better stories. I
Yeah.
always like that. I always like that one. It's
Yeah,
one
and
of
Gary
those
Busey
werewolf
was
movies I like.
was good in it. It was before before his accident. He went kind of nuts.
That's
But
right.
they were really. I thought it was casted pretty well, and I mean, it was a little tame. I wouldn't say like on horror, like a horror aficionado like you probably is like, oh yeah, it's a good watch, but it's not super scary, but it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'll watch practically any horror movie.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, dude, it's like metal. I've heard so much metal and watched so many horror movies over the years. I could tell you so many things to watch. That's why, but that's why I like having the channel, because
Yeah.
I'm able to, like, post stuff. Rich and I will do videos on movies. I mean, we did some recent ones like on what Evil Dead.
Yep.
We did stuff on like RoboCop. We did The Gates.
Yeah, The Gate. There's a good one. Yeah.
That's where we did one on The Gates. We did Reanimator, From Beyond. Like those kind of 80s classics to me. Some people might think they're cheesy, but I don't know. I have fond memories of watching these things growing up as a kid.
But everybody comments, like I'll share it, and everybody goes, "Oh yeah, this is a wicked movie." And I got a buddy he's in Pennsylvania, Johnny Burbank, and he watches. He watches that Saturday night. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. That show that's out of Chicago. And he's always texting me to tell me who's on it because I don't get it here. So
is it the Svengoolie one, or
Svengoolie? Yeah.
He's
always. Yeah. So I've been watching the Svengoolie. I think it's about 6 months to a year behind. Yes. And that's where I watched the 3 horror ones, and I watched all the. Oh yeah, he always picks. Like Svengoolie always picks, and I miss those sort of shows that had the in between the commercials. You've got him with his all his ghoulish buddies, and they're just kind of. It's really cool. They turn it into more of an event to watch the movie than just showing the movie. I think it's pretty cool because the Svengoolie guy, I googled him there, and he's fairly old, and he's been running that show for a long time. So
it's cool. It's a long running show.
Yeah.
He's had a lot of guest stars on the show over the years. Yeah. He's like, I guess he's sort of like what I guess what Pee Wee Herman is to. He's in the same kind of vein, like as a cultural icon person.
Yeah,
he's in that vein to me. Like everyone knows who he is.
Well, he was like, was it Vincent Price who was in Fright Night, and he had the show Fright Night? It was kind of like that, where the vampire.
You're talking about oh shit, his name escapes me now.
Yeah, he had the show.
Roddy McDowell.
Roddy McDowell had the show of vampires.
Yes.
And they would show a vampire movie, and he'd be on there talking about vampires and stuff. That's what it reminds me of that movie. Reminds me of what Svengoolie does every week. It's pretty cool.
I think the Roddy character was kind of a play on those classic horror host tropes from way back when.
Yeah.
I mean, because you had Zaccarelli, you had Svengoolie's a later one.
Yeah.
But there were so many of these. I mean, I remember when I was a kid, I used to grow up watching Killer Theater back in the early 70s. Yeah. And I was just taught. I was more than 3 to 4 years old. And they used to have that on Saturday nights weekly. And if you're in Canada, for us here, they also had Magic Shadows. I don't know if you ever watched Magic Shadows.
No, I never saw that.
Yeah, on CTVO. That was great too, because he would show, Ellie Ost would show like horror movies, serials, like he'd show the Buck Rogers, the old classic serial.
Oh yeah.
And he would show the old horror movies. And the thing about the concept of the show is you'd get a clip, a 15-minute watch every day.
Yeah.
So by Friday, you got the whole movie.
That's right.
But I like the concept. It was a lot of fun for way back when. But
oh yeah,
I miss those kind of days. But
yep.
I think streaming has killed it now, because now everything is streaming and
it's instant.
Yeah, it's not like how it used to be where you had to search this stuff out. Now you could just go to your, like you say, go to Tubi or go to Crave or wherever you want to go to find a movie, like HBO if you're paying for that, or it's not like how it used to be. But
no, we used to have to, in the 80s, go to the video store, spend an hour looking and then arguing with each other over what we're going to watch, and then just end up getting it all, and then just watching like 3 movies in a row, ordering a pizza, drinking some beer.
And even younger, like if you remember back in the day, like on City TV,
they
used to show movies horror movies late at night.
Yeah.
And even on what was that, the CKVR, the one that's in Hamilton,
Yeah.
same thing. They used to always on the weekends sci-fi horror movies, like classics. Like you could watch them for hours and hours and hours.
Yeah.
And they'd run them all night, like right
Yeah.
from midnight right on to 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So when I was a kid, I remember sneaking up on a Saturday night. My parents were sleeping. I was up, TV on, watching horror movies all night long. Like that's what I used to do when I was a little kid, but
Yeah.
it's not like that anymore,
No.
It's definitely not like that anymore. But so yeah, for this episode, we just wanted to talk a little bit about movies and horror movies, like horror movies, music and stuff. So we get a little bit of a fill. We're gonna try to do this weekly or semi-weekly or every other week. Jason will be my co-host on the show. Jim, of course, will be coming on. You'll be seeing him. You'll be seeing his mug here as well as on Thrashcast. So
yeah,
we'll talk about horror movies and music, and try and keep it free flowing and just kind of. I mean, today we're kind of really winging it, but
the
majority of the show is just to discuss the whole kind of the 10K reach for horror metal sounds.
Exactly. Yeah.
On our channel. So before we wrap up, I'm just going to just give some credits here. I just wanted to give a shout out to some of our good subscribers who comment weekly on the Thrashcast, who also comment on like when I do a community post. So before I do that, I just wanted to also give a shout out to my mates, Meat Hook Mike, Tim Duran, and David Bornstein, who are longtime contributors to Horror Metal Sounds. So they do writing music reviews and stuff. They've been with me for ages. So and they're always welcome to come back to work on the site when they can. I always keep it open for people. So yeah, just we'll do like a quick shout out, like
Sure.
Owen Orland, Jamie Reynolds, Kim Lehman, Roland Gutscorgi, my buddy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Roland's a fan of this. B.S. Smith, Nolan Cobb, another one. Pat Travers, Mike Martz, Double Sight 3030 is also a guy that's on here. Lance Millington, Four Feathers. Like, yeah, we got some good people. Zaccato, Richard Romero. So my apologies, Ricardo. John Franklin, Terry Williams, Fiendish Flesh, and of course the metal-headed one who was one of our earlier like subscribers when we started Thrashcast.
Yeah.
He hasn't commented lately, but he's still around.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
He's still around. So when I did the post for the 10K post, I mentioned that to people like, comment on just leave us a comment what you think is special about Horror Metal Sounds, what you like about it, or just horror and music in general. I left the comment. So I was going to give out a prize. I have a lot of like horror memorabilia here. I've got posters and pictures. So I do want to send some of our listeners something. So I picked one. The first one I'm picking is from Owen Warland, and he had a really good comment. So I'll read his comment because I think it's great. It's
cool.
My favorite thing about the channel is how it inspires me once a week to revisit albums I haven't listened to in a while.
Nice.
I then form my own opinions, and even though I disagree with you boys sometimes, there are times when I say those three Canadians hit it on every point. See Anthrax. So that's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Thrash is my favorite music, and I look forward to more episodes. Oh, and thanks for the follow. Yeah, I'm following him as well on
cool.
So I'm going to send him something out because I love it. I mean, he's one of our kind of constant listeners to Thrashcast. He'll comment every so often.
Cool.
So it's cool. And then I picked out another one. This is from B.S. Smith. So his comment was, my takeaway is that you find some of the most obscure films that I have never heard of, or at least not for a long time. You keep the classics alive, film and music both. Thanks for that. And you give us weirdos a place to gather and reminisce.
Oh yeah,
love it. That's what I wanted to achieve with the whole like channel and the website. So I'm going to send out these two gentlemen a prize. So if you guys are watching it, just send me an email at horrormetalsounds@gmail.com. Just put contest winner in the subject line. Leave your address and stuff, and I'll do my best to get something out to you guys quick and
Great.
fast. If I don't hear anything from you guys, I'll also reach out to you individually and just say, hey guys, you got a prize.
There you go. Well, congratulations to them for sure.
Absolutely, and
great comments. I love that.
Yeah, me too, dude. I'm tickled pink with the comments because it's like, yeah, that's awesome, man. Like it's nice that people hear what you're doing and they reach out. And we've done this fast. I mean, I have to say, like 10,000 in a year, maybe a little over a year, but we reached that milestone really, really quickly.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and this is my channel. I've had Horror Metal Sounds. I started it like 2012.
Wow.
Rich and I started from the beginning. As a quick story, and I know you guys know the story because I told it to you both, you and Billy. Originally, I was writing for another website, blistering.com. It went out of business. One of the editors of the site decided to start his own site, and he did. And I was one of the original contributors, and he wanted me to do something music because at the time I was also a writer for Fangoria magazine. Nice. So I'm like, yeah, okay, I can do that. So I came up with the idea for Horror Metal Sounds. First column was like a deep dive into the 80s horror scene. He loved it. Second column, this is where everything blows up. I decided to talk about Dokken, which we just mentioned earlier, great band, and their connection to A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3.
Yeah.
And to me, it's synonymous. When I think of that movie, I think of Dokken.
Of course.
Great song, great video.
Yeah.
I wrote that column up, sent it to him. He's like, I can't print this. What do you mean you can't print this? Well, we don't want to cover bands like Dokken on this site. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? What has music got to do with the fucking site? You want me to come up with a column that basically talks about horror and metal, and that's what this is about. This is what I'm about.
Yeah,
so I called him a music snob. We had this long exchange on email. I called him a music snob. He got pissed off and he goes, "You're fired." All right. I meant that's fine. You don't own the logo. You don't own any of this shit. I'm taking it with me. Yeah. And I left the site. And then Rich and I developed this. I got my t-shirt, my Horror Metal
that's cool.
t-shirt. We designed the logo, put it out there, and like within, I don't know, maybe 6-7 months down the road, we had a website.
Yeah.
And then we started it. And then this moron eventually got back to me and he goes, "Oh, I saw your site. I just wanted to say you did a really good job." And I was like, I took the high road. I was like, "No problem. Thanks, bud." Never spoke to this dude ever again.
Yeah.
Never, ever, ever. And his site is still around. And I don't want to slag it because I do have friends who actually still write for that site that are buddies of mine. So it's like, I'll keep it at that. But that's pretty much how Horror Metal Sound started.
Well, some of the movies that go hand in hand, like Dokken and Nightmare on Elm Street, and then you have, Part 6, Friday the 13th with Alice Cooper. I mean, come on. The Constrictor album he played so many songs off that. Like, you think of that, you can still see Jason carrying away Alice Cooper from behind there.
He's Back is one of the greatest.
Exactly.
He's Back is such a great song. I love that.
Oh, what a partnership. I mean, this is great. It's the same thing as Scream Until You Like It with the Ghoulies too, with Wasp. I mean,
yes.
I think that was more popular than the movie was, but that's what made the movie so cool. And I think they were even in the movie. So that, when you get that sort of thing, that's
they were
really
in the
cool.
video. They were in the video. I don't remember if they were actually in the movie, but I know they were in the video.
Yeah. So it's so cool. It's like, that's what you want to do. I mean, it's the same thing as like when you have so many metal bands, like I think it was the Clint Eastwood movie, not a horror movie, but the Deadpool, and Guns N' Roses were the band that were on the dock. Yeah. When they knew who they were.
In Hellraiser 3.
Yeah.
They were in that. They had that scene where they were playing in the club. It's like,
that's right. Yeah.
Like, yeah. It's like for me growing up, like in the 80s, I was reading Fangoria long before I became a writer on the magazine. But I was reading the magazine as a kid, and I was listening to heavy metal. So to me, it was always, they went hand in hand. Like
exactly.
And then comic books was always the three things that were my three passions as a teenager. So it's always stuck with me all this time after. So I mean, coming up with a channel and a website to cover this stuff is fun.
Oh, that's awesome, and I'm glad you're doing it. It's going to be. I can't wait to see your first episode with Jason. That's going to be cool.
So. Yeah. I think not to give it away, but we
Yeah, I
were
know.
thinking about talking about Ed Gein. So
Oh, nice.
that's the one that I think you said you watched an episode. Did you?
Oh,
Not?
yeah, I watched it. I watched the whole thing,
Oh,
and
you watched. Oh, you did. So I never asked you. What did you think?
I mean, I don't know. Like, my wife hasn't watched it because I don't think she hasn't watched it, but she's a huge true crime fanatic. So she told me, I was asking her questions and bringing up what you said,
Yeah.
Ken, and she said, "Oh yeah, no, it sounds like you're right that it's not true to the story." And she's
No,
read
it's
a lot
not
of the
accurate.
reviews, and she said, "Yeah, it doesn't sound like it." And she knows the whole story
So
inside
do
and out.
I. So do I. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
you know, what I like about my wife into true crime, she even went in like, I mean, here I'm talking, I think I reviewed the last Children of Bodom live album a couple of
Yeah.
years ago. And she got so enthralled with the story of the, you know, of Bodom Lake, of what happened there,
Yeah.
that she
Yeah. In the
was able to
60s. Yeah. Yeah.
recite to me the whole thing that happened, and then got me into it to check it out and see what exactly was going on. In that case, we both think the killer is still that old guy who
Yes.
got off,
Yes.
and I think
Yeah. Yeah.
that's him, and she thinks it is. And so she watches a lot of watches a lot of true crime podcasts and a lot of true crime stories and that. So, you know,
That's
with a lot of
awesome.
new stuff that's gone on to anything that happens in the news now, she's kind of my lightning rod to tell me exactly what's going on with this stuff. So it's kind of a weird connection, but yeah.
No, that's okay. I mean, I love true crime. It's
Yeah.
like because I have an office job, but I'm working mostly from home. When I'm working, I have like YouTube on and I have podcasts playing. All like
Yeah.
true crime. That's all I ever listen to.
Yeah.
Because it's you don't have to look at the video. You can just listen to it, and it's like you
Exactly.
do your work. And I love it. There's at least 3 or 4 podcasts that I listen to weekly
Yeah.
on true crime. I mean, some of it's grisly, but yeah, I don't know what it is. I always find it fascinating.
And it's weird because she doesn't watch a lot of horror movies, but she will watch unexplained things. Like, she was listening to one podcast where these couple were out in a tent, like it was camping, and some woman showed up and was digging and was like acting weird. And I was like listening to the podcast with her, and I was like, this could be a movie, you know, like a horror movie. But she's right into that stuff and unexplained kind of, not really phenomenon, like more like with people and maybe the darker side of it. So it's kind of cool.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. My wife's the same. She's really into horror. She's a horror fanatic, so she watches everything under the sun.
Oh yeah.
Our anniversary was just on Halloween.
That's right. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She gave me the latest Terrifier action figure from NECA, which is like this bloody version where he's covered in gore.
Oh,
and
nice.
it was released only through Walmart. So like I couldn't find it here, and she picked it up for me. And I was like, thank you. I love it. That's a great gift. That's so it's like, yeah, I love that stuff. I can't get enough of it, to be honest.
Awesome.
I can't get enough of it. All right, sir. Well, I do appreciate you coming on. I'm
no problem.
You came on with me to talk. I know you love horror, so it's like,
oh yeah.
For Jim, he loves horror. He loves music. We're Thrashcast buddies. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? So
I'm glad to step in for Jason, give you a hand, get this kind of going. And we wanted to celebrate the 10,000 subs.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Absolutely. And of course, you'll be coming on that.
Oh yeah.
Episodes. We'll have you on for sure.
Yeah.
I know we even said to Kim, she can come on too if you want. You can join us. And I'm even thinking of bringing on other guests like Tad. Tad would be a great guest on.
Oh yeah, for horror. Oh, yeah.
You know, he's a horror nut. So
yeah.
And I know several other people are really into horror. So yeah. So sometimes if we can't get Jason on, he's not available, or yourself, I can always go to something like Tad, because I know Tad will definitely will love being a part of it. But
cool.
All right, so we're gonna sign off on the first episode of Monsters, Metals, and Rockers.
Great.
Yeah, and we'll see you all again.